Okay, here we are back again for another edition of Mike Plays
Well,
Panzer.
I must admit, Herr General, I'm impressed. Your execution of Rommel's plan was a stunning success. But unfortunately for you, the British have also taken notice. And I'm here to warn you, they're gearing up for a major counterattack as we speak. Your British opponents have just received a major resupply of equipment and tanks. And they're going to be throwing it directly at your forward positions in this region. I recommend setting up defensive lines on this ridge here, along the easily defensible escarpment here, and anchor your center at this desert fort here. Repulse their hasty offensive with all your might. That is the absolute minimum I expect from you. Should you have the strength for it though, I think this could be a golden opportunity to not just beat the British, but rout them entirely. See if you can penetrate the enemy lines as far as these towns here and here. Capturing both should cement that route. And then we'll see if we can't deal with that thorn in our supply chain at Tobruk.
Okay, so that's the setup. Operation Battleaxe is the British counterattack on my positions after I've just had a very successful run at Tobruk. According to my General Lisuo's generals, James Mason's briefing there, I need to set up some defenses on this ridge, anchor some in the center, and try to defend from British attacks up the side of the escarpment. And then I'm going to probably have my lighter Panzers in reserve and bring them forward to try to capture these two towns out here in the middle of nowhere after I've defeated their central thrust. So this is not going to be easy. It's going to be a heavy British counterattack, and we will be right back to set the order of battle for this particular Operation Battleaxe. 15th June 1941, under Erwin von Butcherstein, the more dynamic Desert Foxish twin of the von Butcherstein clan. Now, there is a third von Butcherstein brother, by the way, Heinrich, and Heinrich is going to be doing some other things for us later on. Let's get started. Okay, we're back, and we're going to set up our order of battle now for this Operation Battleaxe operation. First thing I want to do is give everybody replacements so that they're all set up. I've got my Grenadiers, my Fallschirmjägers, which are actually not going to be used in the aerial mode in this particular conflict because they're not allowed to be used. I've got a Bridger unit here, Brecken Pioneer. I'm going to put him in reserve since I'm not going to use him in this campaign, freeing up some slots for some other operations. I got a few Wehrmacht infantries, I've got some pioneers, 2 pioneers, a couple of cavalries, and I'm going to start with the Grenadier. Now, where am I going to put the Grenadiers? Well, I'm going to put them, I know this ridge I'm supposed to defend, but I'm going to put them here alongside an anti-tank unit, which I'm going to use my 88 for that, put it in the anti-tank mode, and put it here because I think a central armored thrust, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some armored attacks around the ridge, but they're going to drive up this way, and I'm going to need to defend them. And I'm also going to put my best anti-infantry artillery there in the fortress because of the fact that this 88 is more vulnerable to infantry attack. It looks like I can also increase it with, I can increase it with a lot of stuff, but I'm going to just overstrength it. Got a new experience star there, and I'm going to place that 15 centimeters is it's not 150 millimeter, it's like something else. Unit there, and it'll help defend that 88. Okay, so what other artillery do I have and anti-tank stuff do I have? I'm going to put my other anti-tank unit, my Panzerjäger 1B. I think we can upgrade to a heavier anti-tank gun, the 50 millimeter. Pack 38, but it's not mobile. without fast deployment, so it won't be able to react. And there was a unit of these Panzerjägers in Africa, so I'm going to put them there, and I'm going to back them with one of my artillery pieces, my Stug 3B. I've got the options. I've got the Stug 3B. This is the one without the ability to convert to the anti-tank. Could also make it into SIG 33. I could put my artillery there. I've got lots of new options. I've got the rocket launchers, the Wolverhampton, Werframen 40 that I could convert to, but I expect tank attacks here, so I'm going to put my my heavy anti-tank artillery. I'm going to up its experience start at 8, because to the next one to 12, because that's what he's got, and then I'm going to put another tank up here. My best tank unit is the 30th Panzer 3H. Looks like they can add an experience star. And I could upgrade him to a Panzer 4F, but that is an anti-infantry tank. So I'm going to put him up there. So that's pretty well defended, although I'm going to have to be concerned about somebody swinging around the side of the ridge. So I'm going to put my my main armored car right here to block this off. Let's see if there's any upgrades to that. Oh, I can upgrade him to a Panzer 2F. But Panzer 2F's not as mobile, and I think it's the same in terms of attack. Yeah, it's a little better armored. So I'm gonna leave my armored car there. And his role is going to be to come over here and protect this artillery piece. Okay, where else am I going to put my motorcycle infantry? Well, not up there. All right, I need. I've got 2 infantry units here, or sorry, artillery. I've got my Stug 3B, which is only effective at very close range, but I am going to upgrade him to extra experience star, and I'm going to place him right here. And then I've got this SIG 33-2. He's got an experience star, but I'm going to upgrade him to this new option, the KCM. 17 centimeter KC-18 unit, and I'm going to upgrade him and put him right there. Now I've got to protect him with a tank. I'm going to use my Panzer 4E. Is there any reason to upgrade to the 4F? It's a little better against tanks. Yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and do that. A little better against tanks. I'm going to put him there, and I'm going to put another one of my infantries here. My you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put one of my Fallschirmjägers there to help defend that city. That's what they're good for. Now, the Fallschirmjägers can only march. They can't fly in this scenario, so I'm going to make sure that they're in the advance of the rear guard there. All right. That leaves me with some other options. I've got 2 more Panzer 3s. I've got a 3F and a 3H. I'm going to deploy a 3H here. And then the Panzer 2C, I'm going to upgrade that to a Panzer 2F recon car. I can change classes here. I'm going to make him a recon. Same tank, but he gets the double movement capability. So I'm going to put him here. I'm going to go with my, that a recon unit. I'm going to go with my motorcycle recon infantry. I'm going to put him back there. Got my anti-tank, anti-aircraft gun unit, mobile gun unit. Going to use that. My Panzer 3F. Again, I expect a lot of armor through here, so I'm going to put my Panzer 3F there. My 38T check tank is going to go there. And now I've got a couple of Panzer 1s. I'm going to upgrade the first Panzer 1 to that Flandpanzer unit I saw, because it's much more effective against the enemy. And I'm going to cluster him here as well. And then my Panzer 1 is just going to bring up the rear. Gonna put one of my cavalry units out here. They'll come in handy later. And there, and I'm gonna put, put the other one over with the other group. Gonna put my second pioneer. Gonna put my pioneers here and here, and then my regular Wehrmacht infantry is gonna be. Is that the correct uniform for them? Standard Africa Court issue. Camouflage. Yeah, looks like it. I could make them a little more stylish. Yeah. I'm just gonna go with them there and there. And the Panzer I is gonna light tank's gonna have to go there. Now I've just got my aircraft. I expect a lot of British fighter activity. So I'm going to go, I got my BF-109Fs. Those are both upgraded from the last scenario by Erwin. So I'm going to put them here. And the BF-110Ds, which can also double as fighters. I'm going to switch them to fighter mode. And also put them here. Sure he's in fighter mode. So I got 4 fighters in the area. And I have my 2 strategic bombers here and here. And I got my scout plane, my storage. Can it go anywhere? It can't go anywhere, you can only go here. Alright, that's it. I'm fully deployed. Now, I do have some slots yet I can use. Left I can use. I have 3 unit slots. Can I add artillery? This is a question. Is there any artillery I could buy? Because I'd really like to buy one of these rocket launchers. Probably not. There he goes. Probably can add him later. And I got my Bridgers in reserve. Okay. Alright, I think we are set for the order of battle. We'll be back and begin the conflict. Okay, so the last thing I need to do here, I forgot, is to add my heroes. So my best tank unit was this one, with Wagner Graf, the tank killer. And I do have heroes. I do have a double move hero, which I'm going to add to him. That means he can move like a reconnaissance tank. He can move around, make double moves, which is really, really cool. And then I have another hero, a fast deployment hero, which I think I can add to this my favorite infantry unit, my favorite Grenadiers, so that means they can drive and deploy and fight at the same time. Okay, I think I'm pretty well set here. I've got some sighting on the British. I've got these weak-ass Italians here, and I am ready to go. So let's hit the end of deployment phase. Yes, I still have some unused core slots. What does that mean? I have my rocket launcher, but I don't know. I don't know what that means. That means I have some space. I could buy more stuff, but I have no place to put it. So, can I buy a 3rd aircraft? Could I buy another fighter? Could I buy a BF-109E? It's, you know, just natural that older equipment will be downgraded. Let's see, 128. Well, I could buy another fighter. I can buy another fighter, and I can put him right here. All right, cool. I now have 3 fighters. This guy's got 0 experience, though. All right, let's go. Let's fight this battle. Oh, the British get to go first. Those fucks. I'm gonna attack my anti-tank gun. My 88 and do some serious damage. after my Italian anti-tank gun and did some really serious damage. I'm going to take that high position, which is an objective, and destroy my Italian anti-tank gun. And they're going to attack my Italian infantry. They're going to attack my Italian tank. They're going to move their British tanks forward. Yeah, exactly as I suspected. Okay, wow. Well, I'm really glad my 88 managed to survive that. I'm going to bring up my Stug 3B. Back him up. Okay, so if I use artillery on that guy, I'm going to hit him. Try to save the Italians in the town of Musaid. I'm going to give up this flag for the privilege of moving over and attacking these British troops. These are just regular this is a 2nd Great British Infantry. Italians are going to take you out. Ooh, we get an overrun. So we can attack these troops, which are the 7th Great British Infantry. Good stuff. And I'm going to reinforce the Italians. Okay, so we're going to lose the town of Sollum, but we're going to try to, in this village, we're going to try to barracks in our Italian friends there and make them more solid. I'm going to move this Italian anti-aircraft gun forward. Take a pot shot at that British scout plane. Alright, here we are. We got 3 British aircraft in the air that we can see. We have a bomber, and we have what looks like a Spitfire. First order of business is to take care of the Spitfire. Let me get my anti-aircraft weapon. Let me get him forward. Oh, he can actually hit. He can hit that bomber, take it down, some strength. Okay, we did some damage there. Alright, now I'm going to take my experienced BF-109F pilots, and although we're going to take losses, we're going to try to take out the Spitfire first, take out his air cover. Gonna hit him, actually going to hit him further up than this, right here. Oh, there's a kitty upset with me. And then I'm going to bring in the new Messerschmitt I just bought, see if I can't finish him off. God damn it, didn't finish him off. Alright, so it's time for the BF-110 to come in and take the Spitfire out. We've got four squadrons had to attack the Spitfire to knock it out of the sky. That's not good. So I'll use my other BF-110D, the light bomber heavy fighter, and see if I can take down this British plane, and down she goes. Alright, I'm going to move my Fallschirmjägers forward, and my Panzer III. What do I do with this Panzer? My Stug 3, I want to move him up, and I'm going to hit these British troops. And I'm going to move my Panzer III up to support my anti-tank 88. Bring my Czech tank, my 38T forward. Bring forward my motorcycle recon. My pioneers. My cavalry. My regular Wehrmacht infantry. So I've cleared everybody out of the town of Bardia. Now I've got this fortress here, City Aziz, and I have to deal with these British tanks. What is that, a Cruiser Mark IV? Okay, so Cruiser Mark IV, I'm going to hit you with my anti-tank artillery, and I'm going to hit you with my Panzerjäger 1B. Anti-tanking gun. self-propelled gun. Didn't take him out, so I'm going to use my top Panzer III unit with my two heroes, with Werner Graf, who's a tank killer, and Gustav Schmitz, who's got double moves. And that should do it. It does. I don't like burning hulks, but what do we do now? Okay, so I'm going to put the artillery up here. And I'm going to guard that anti-tank artillery, and that's good because there's more British Mark IV cruisers there. Alright, this particular anti-tank artillery is going to be very effective. I still have my Stuka, so I'm going to use my Stuka against this Matilda tank. Partly the reason for doing that is because the Matilda is very hard to destroy from the ground because it's got such thick armor. I've got to keep my 88 preserved and get it on that Matilda, which, given the infantry that's coming, it's not going to be easy to do that. To just get them there, just to have them survive, because the infantry always likes to attack the anti-tank guns first. But the Matilda is a problem. And the other thing is that I've got these two Messerschmitts to protect it from British aerial attacks. So now what do I do with this artillery? I could really almost completely take this infantry out, but I'm going to instead hit the Matilda, try to knock it down, and then I'm going to use my Panzer IV anti-infantry tank to come up and go after the 4th Great British Infantry, and he should be able to wipe them out, which he does. So now what do I do? Do I overrun that way? Do I stay up here? I think I stay up here. And I'm going to reinforce those Fallschirmjägers. And I'm in reasonably good shape here. I'm going to use my Storch to scout ahead and see what the British have in reserve. Quite a bit, but they're actually spread out and not concentrated, so that's going to be to my advantage. Alright, so I'm going to bring forward my other units, my anti-infantry, Panzer II, my Panzer II scout tank, Panzer IIF, my Panzer IIIF, which has that pussy little 37mm gun, but can be somewhat effective in the anti-tank role, my Panzer I, which I've only got a few of, to make this historically accurate, and then I've got my Pioneer. Actually, I'm going to move him in here so he's protected, and my cavalry, who are going to swing around the outside, because eventually this small light force is going to be moving down towards these objectives here, City Omar and the airfield beyond, once we repel the main British attack. I'm a little concerned about this Stug. I may have exposed him, but it was worth it to get at those British troops who are now almost completely finished. They're either going to have to retreat, or they're going to have to reinforce, but I'm not going to give them a chance to reinforce because I want to wipe them out with my DO-217 strategic bomber. And they're gone. Yeah. You took on my Italian friends, and look what happened to you. And I got one more strategic bomber attack, which I think I could use on these guys, or I could use on these guys. They've actually been weakened, so I'm going to try to weaken these guys, because these guys are a threat to my 88, and I really want to preserve that 88 so I can take the Matilda out. Ooh, I've got some anti-aircraft fire I'm going to take here. Nevertheless, I'm going to carpet bomb them up here. And I knocked them down by 3 or 4. By 2, actually. They were 15, now they're down to 13. That wasn't really as effective as I'd hoped, but... Alright, I expect the British to come back with a lot more aircraft, because I think they've got a lot more aircraft on this. But so far, I'm doing a decent job of repelling the attack. That should be it. I don't think I have any other units. Oh yeah, I could move my Grenadiers, but I like the level of protection with that our artillery right behind them. Okay, let's terminate this and go forward. British scout plane retreats. They bring forward their anti-aircraft mobile unit. They bring forward their artillery. Try to shell my Stug. Try to use a Matilda to hurt my Stug. He does a good job. Bring forward another Matilda. Bring forward another. Okay, here comes the cruiser. You have walked right into my trap. Alright, I'm going to bring this anti-aircraft battalion sucker forward. Alright, where are we at? We have a number of Stug attacks. Or sorry, we have a number of British armor attacks. They're forming a line right now. I think the trick is to eliminate them before they can solidify that line. I wonder if I can do any damage. Yeah, I can do some damage to that cruiser with that fighter. And I don't actually see any British fighters in the air, so I've managed to dodge that bullet. So I'm going to attack this cruiser Mark IV with my freshly minted BF-109. And then I'm going to hit him with my anti-tank artillery. And then I'm going to hit him with my Panzerjäger 1B. My mobile anti-tank gun. And then I'm going to hit him with my best tank unit, Panzer 3H, 30th Panzer 3H. Now, I've got an overrun attack, and in addition to the overrun attack, I've got a double move, so I'm going to swing around. I could go over and get that. Ooh, I could get that Matilda. I'm going to swing over here and take on the Matilda tank directly, because that is a tough nut to crack, those Matildas. I've knocked him down by 5. That means I can advance my 88 forward and finish him off. That also means I'm going to need to advance my 88 protection. Now, do I hit the Matilda 2, the artillery, or do I hit this anti-aircraft? I think I hit the anti-aircraft unit. And I'm going to bring forward some of my other Panzers. There's my Panzer 3F, which has that pussy little 37mm anti-tank gun. Notice, compared to the H here, which is the longer, heavier 50mm gun, this has the short little 37mm, but it's still effective against this thinly armored anti-aircraft tank unit, which it did not destroy. Okay, so I've got another H. I've got 2 H's, but shoot, I'm not going to be able to reach him. Not going to be able to reach him. I could attack that armored car. Alright, I'm going to use this armored car to attack that artillery piece since it's in isolation. I'm going to move my cavalry forward. I'm going to move my pioneers forward so I can stay up on the hill here. I'm going to move this Panzer II, Flampanzer, the flame tank, over to destroy this artillery and hope that I get an overrun attack on the infantry. We'll see. I do. I got the overrun, so now I'm going to actually hit the British infantry. He's in trouble because he's not escaping from this group of troops here. Alright, that enables me to take my anti-infantry tank, my Panzer IV, and I'm going to swing him around off the ridge and try to permanently take out this Vickers Mark VI anti-aircraft gun, and I still couldn't fucking knock him out. God. Alright, we're going to move the Fallschirmjäger down. We're going to force march him. Oh great, he's going to force march to nowhere. We're going to move our artillery piece forward. I really want to use it on that armored car, but I need to take this anti-aircraft unit out. Well, actually, no, I don't. I want to also damage this anti-aircraft unit. Okay, good. Panzer II scout tank. Do I move him there? I gotta protect. No, protect. I have to protect 88 for use against these Matildas. So I'm going to use the Panzer 2F, and I'm going to use the Stug 3 to take out that artillery. That's excellent. Now, Panzer 1, I'm going to swing around and attack that British armored car with. And then I'm going to advance my Wehrmacht infantry. Okay. I could swing this tank back. Swing this Italian tank back. Thing is, I still don't know what lies beyond here. I know that this is thinly defended, but I don't know about the other area. Let me use my storage, see if I can get any. Yeah, see, I'm not going to get any. Not going to get any successful penetration here. I really want to get at these two. Well, okay, since there's no British tanks or aircraft in the air, I'm going to switch the Bf-110D to a ground attack mode and try to finish off that accursed anti-aircraft unit, which I finally do. And then if I do the same with this guy, with this Bf-110, if I also switch him to ground attack mode, who can I hit that will make an impact? I don't really hear anybody. I got my single Stuka here, which I should use on one of my Matildas, and I've got my Panzer 3. See, what I like to do is take out all the specialized units first. I'm going to hit this Matilda. This is already not in strength with my Stuka. And then I'm going to move my Panzer, the second Panzer 3H over to attack him. And I think this Italian flame tank, I think I can move back and take the town of, what is that town? Solemn. I can take it back because the British didn't advance, they reinforced. And I'm going to try to use these Italians here. So I'm going to advance the Panzer 38 and my anti-aircraft gun here. Because what should happen is I think that this guy has AT defense as AT support. So if the Matilda attacks, the 88's going to defend against him and hurt him pretty good. And then I'm going to move my my Grenadiers and my Fallschirmjägers, my motorcycle recon, my regular Pioneer infantry forward. Where's my Wehrmacht infantry? There he is. I'm going to move him forward. And my cavalry. Actually, I'm going to move the cavalry over here to support the Italians in the village. Alright, now this gives me a chance to do some other things. I can replenish my fighters, my experienced fighters, my Bf-109Fs. I can replenish that Messerschmitt, and I'm going to bring the other Messerschmitt out to protect the Stuka, and I've got a Bf-110D, which I can use in the ground attack mode on almost anybody. I'm going to continue to weaken. No, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to use them over here on this British infantry. 6 great British infantry. Strafe him. Because if I can eliminate him, then I can sweep around and go after the town of City Omar. And I don't know what's here at City Omar. I don't know what's waiting for me there. I can see that there's one tank unit. It's a Crusader Mark I, which is, I believe, a tank that you should be concerned about. He's got decent anti-tank capabilities. let's go to his statistics. Soft attack 12, hard attack 15. Yeah, hard attack, that's against armor. So yeah, he's a tough guy. I'm gonna need my my better Panzer and my Panzerjäger 1 to try to take him out, and maybe some of my artillery. Okay, I've still got my 2 heavy bombers, and one of the reasons I hesitated on that is, again, I'm going to weaken this infantry, because this infantry, British infantry, is the biggest threat to my 88. If I got to keep those guys away from my 88, and then the other heavy strategic bomber I'm going to use on these British troops. Oh, those are Indian, the Raj infantry. Okay, so I'm going to take them down by 6, and then I'm going to use my flame tank attack out of the town of Solom. And I did hurt them. Now, I don't want to lose my entrenchment here. I've got a factor of 4 out of 8. Those guys are pretty well entrenched, those Italian infantry troops. If I had more movement in my cavalry, I'd go after them and finish them off, but there's always the possibility of doing that next turn. So, I believe that's it. I don't want to do any more movement. I could bring my artillery down, but I'm going to wait on that. Alright, let's end the turn. Let's see what the Brits are going to do. Okay, they're going to send their scout plane forward. They're going to send their bomber. They have another Spitfire, which they're using to protect a Hurricane, using the Spitfire to protect their other troops. Ooh, they really hurt my Italian tank there. Come on, Brits. Got some British heavy weaponry on my Italian friends. They got the Matilda on the move. They're moving an anti-tank gun forward to finish off. Ooh, that hurt. Finish off my Italian friends. Let's see. Can I buy Italian units? Can I buy an Italian tank? No, I'm not allowed to buy auxiliary Italian units. And that was a setback. Could, however, buy Panzers. Auxiliary Panzers. These would be auxiliary units that I would lose at the end of this scenario. Okay, first order of business. Clear the skies. Let's take care of that Spitfire. I'm going to hit him with both of my Messerschmitts since he's shown himself. Give him the full taste of my combat capabilities. Which one has worked? So I'm going to switch this mode back to fighter. See that when I switch? Little icon switches from fighter to bomber to fighter to bomber to fighter. Alright, switched him to fighter. Let's pray that I can take him out with this. Looks like I did. Now, this Hurricane is a problem. However, I have an anti-aircraft truck right there that I can hit him with. And I got my other BF-110D, which I can put him into fighter mode. Now, do I want to take on that Hurricane? Do I want to take out this bomber? Because the other Messerschmitt, can he reach the Hurricane? Oh, he can. We're going to take out the Hurricane because the Hurricane's really good against is a really good anti-tank aircraft. So we're gonna try to take him out. There we go. Down you go. All right. So where are we? Well, the Matilda tried to slip away. We're not going to let him get away with that. We're going to move forward here. We're going to move our artillery forward and hit that Matilda, and we're going to try to take him out with our 88. Boom. There you go. Panzer IV, which is mostly an anti-infantry tank. I can sweep him around behind on these troops, but I think what I'm going to do, yeah, I think I'm going to instead entrap this anti-aircraft unit. Okay, so I've got my best Panzer unit left, who I do want to get down here this way to fight that cruiser. So that's that 30th Panzer 3H. So I'm going to hit this armored car, and then I'm going to head him down this way towards City Omar. And I'm going to swing my armored car around. Ooh, there's a couple of tanks here, so I got to get some armor down here. Bring my Panzer II Flamen down. Shit, you know what? Gonna hit that British infantry first, then bring him down. Finish him off with my pioneers. Bring my cavalry around. And bring my anti-tank Panzerjäger 1. And then I'm going to bring my artillery down. Now the cool thing about this is that the artillery is safely protected behind this scruffy ridge, because I don't think the tanks can actually cross there. So I'm going to begin a bombardment of those troops. Alright, what else? I want to take out this armored car, so I'm going to use my Panzer IIIF with the pussy little 37mm anti-tank gun. And I'm going to take him out. And I actually have an overrun, but I can't reach anything with my overrun, so I'll just put him down there. To my Panzer I. Hit this anti-aircraft truck, yeah. Not knock him out, but hit him. I'll use my Panzer IIF Scout tank to take him out. And now we've got these troops up here completely surrounded. That's good. That's good. They're completely surrounded. All right. Here's my Fallschirmjägers. I'm going to march them through the desert to try to support the attack on City Omar. Now I'm going to bring my anti-tank artillery forward. And I've still got my Panzer 38T. I can use him on this Matilda, although he's not going to be very effective. So what we're going to do is we're going to Stuka him first from the sky. And then the Panzer 38 will try to knock him down another notch. And then the Panzer IIIH, my second one. We just got to basically encircle this Matilda. It's got such heavy armor. And I'm going to send my Stug over here to attack this British heavy weapons infantry. Reinforce these Italian troops. Now what do? I've got my Grenadiers. Fallschirmjägers. I'm going to put my Grenadiers over here. And I'm going to move my I'm going to force marching my Fallschirmjägers doesn't do any good. Bring my second Pioneers here. These guys are a pain up here on this. They're a pain up on that mountain, that ridge. And I only have a couple of weakened strategic bombers. Can I risk the strategic bomber to bomb him? Yes, I'm going to risk him. Because this BF-110 should protect him against aerial attack, and I'm going to just weaken that guy a little bit. Take him down next turn. Now, the fight with the British heavy weapons infantry. I got no support on that. cavalry down. Yeah, I bring the cavalry down to weaken him, and then I take him out with my grenadiers. Alright, that worked. Let's see if I have any units left. And I'm not moving those Italians. They're entrenched now. There are 5 of 8 on entrenchment. I wish I had some Italian artillery to back them up with, but I got nothing. And then what do I have left? I have the Wehrmacht infantry here. I think they might be needed more down at City Omar. Moving that way. Although if there are British tanks in here, I'm a sucker for a counterattack, but I don't know if there are. Leave the Italians there. I've got the British or the German recon motorcycle infantry. I'm going to attack him up on this ridge and just sort of suck up those Brits. Ooh, off they come. Right into the clutches of my Fallschirmjägers. Wow, that was a lucky attack. Hurt me a lot on the motorcycle infantry, or motorcycle recon. He lost a lot, but we saved him. Okay, so far I've stunted their attack. Let's see what else we've got. We've got the Storch. There's no air base. I haven't captured any new air bases, so I can't move them forward. Alright, looks like we're getting ready to go here. And I'm leaving the Italians right there, and putting my Panzer IIF up on top of the high ground. I have the high ground, Anakin. I have the high ground. Don't try it, Anakin. Alright, that's it. Let's go to turn 4. They hit my Panzer III. Hopefully they don't have any armored reserves to be able to take out my Panzer III. They're going to try with the Matilda. He's going nowhere. The cruiser comes out and hits my Flammen Panzer. Okay, good. That was not a bad attack at all. Now I've got to do a lot of reinforcement on this turn. So my Panzer I, my motorcycle infantry, my Panzer IV anti-infantry tank. The main thing I got to do is take out this Matilda. So I'm going to move my 88, and I'm going to kill him. I'm going to reinforce my Panzer III and my Stug, and I'm going to use my Panzer 38T to attack this armored car. Okay, I'm going to attack that British recon plane with my Italian anti-aircraft. They don't seem too inclined to really come at me here in the village outside of Suma, so I'm not going to really do much about it. Alright. I really want to get rid of that British bomber, so I'm going to focus on him. Hit him with the anti-aircraft unit. Let's see about maybe Stuka in him. Not Stuka, but PF-109Fs. Take them out. I'd like to reinforce my BF-109s, but gotta be practical here, and I really want to get these guys off the airfield. There we go. Off the battlefield. You're done. Alright, I'm gonna move this anti-infantry artillery way over here on the ridge to back up the Italians. Now, I've still got these two BF-110s, and so I've got them switched to anti-air mode or aircraft mode. So they're going to be heavy fighters. And I'm going to try to take out that really annoying British scout plane. Okay, what next? I do have a Stuka. I don't have any real obvious armored vehicles that I can reach. I don't think I can reach those. No. They could be. The Stuka could be very useful over here against the British armor, but I don't know. I don't have an airfield there, so I'm going to use them down here instead on this armored car. I can retake this hilltop fortress, but if I do, the Halafa Pass, if I do with my cavalry, they're going to get counterattacked by these British troops, and they're a lot stronger, so I don't think it's time for that yet. I'm going to reinforce that Italian unit. I'm going to reinforce those guys, and I'm going to bring my grenadiers forward and let them take out this armored car. Okay. The objective has to be to pin the Brits down along the coast here at some point. All right, these are my Fallschirmjägers. Geez, is there an airfield I can get them to? Yeah, I can get them to this airfield and get them up in the air. All right, this is a Scout Panzer II, so I'm going to move him down here and then reinforce him. Panzer IIIF. Move him forward. I may have to. This guy's almost got a full his first experience star, so he might justify some improved equipment. Going to hit that Crusader Mark 1, and I'm going to hit him with my Panzerjäger 1B. And then I'm going to finish him with my Panzer IIIH, my best tanking unit. And guess what? I get an overrun attack, which I'm going to use on this other Crusader Mark 1. I'm going to reinforce that Panzer II. I'm going to use my armored car. See if I can't take that airfield. Nope, couldn't drive him out of there. Can, however, move my cavalry up. Move my artillery up behind them. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to hit the infantry there. And my Wehrmacht infantry is all positioned. So that's... City Omar's going to fall pretty quick. Fallschirmjäger. Yeah, I'm going to be able to use him from this airfield when I capture it. And I've got my Pioneer unit. So City Omar's going to fall. My Messerschmitt Bf-109, going to protect my artillery and my Storch. Is there anybody I can cover? No, I'll cover my 88, so it can't be aerially attacked. So right now, I don't think there's a lot of British units left, but there might still be some air units to worry about. And the Italian infantry, well, they're super entrenched. They're 6 out of 8. Current entrenchment is 6. That means their infantry is minus 48% damage, minus 60% damage from vehicles, and minus 24% damage from bombardment. So they're really, really well dug in right now. And what do we have here? We have our other Pioneer unit. Let's just advance him as far as we can go. All right, this British counterattack was actually weaker than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to, once again, reinforce my strategic bombers, and I've still got this strategic bomber. Who could I hurt the most? Well, everybody else is out of range. Can I... Ooh, I can get all the way over here to this British infantry. Ba-boomba. That's a long, long range. Okay, I think we're just about ready to begin the counterattack up the Haifa Pass here. Halfaya Pass. Because I want to get that airfield. and I want to get this airfield, and then that'll be the end of it. Because my objectives are to control all the objectives at the end. And I've still got a whole bunch of turns left. Alright. British move forward. They took it on the chin. They moved their armor forward. No aircraft in the air, so I'm going to take the opportunity to reinforce my Messerschmitts. My Stuka is my anti-tank. Weapon. I'm going to move. Ooh. My Stug is not in a great position there. Alright, let's move our Panzers over to keep them from breaking out. We got another Matilda that we have to worry about. I believe, however, we can use our Dornier 217E to weaken the anti-aircraft defense. That'll make it easier to Stuka. Ah, shit. It's not a very good return on investment. So I'm going to strategically bomb these British troops. That's Raj infantry. So there are these are a couple of Indian infantries. And I'm going to take them out. And I'm going to use my cavalry to come over here. And hit those Raj guys. And yeah, I'm going to move the Italians out of their barracks because they need to move forward. We need to take this pass. Now what? I've got my Stuka, but I don't feel like I can really... I mean, a one-to-one return really isn't that much. I'm going to reinforce my Grenadiers. I could also reinforce my Stuka. Make him stronger, and I got my BF-110s. No, sorry, I've got him set to fighter mode, set him to bomber mode. Yep, let's just do that. Let's just do some harassing attacks on some of the British units here. Switch him to bomber mode. Just do some harassment here. While we wait for everybody to come back. Okay, and then I've used my big strategic bombers. Alright, what am I going to do here? Next, I got to take the town of City Omar. I'm going to use my anti-tank artillery. I'm going to use my Panzerjäger 1B. Deserves an upgrade. And I'm going to use my Panzer 3F, the one with the pussy little 37mm anti-tank gun, to take out that British jet. It looks like there were no other reinforcements there, and I'm going to swing him over and do my double attack on the British infantry. Put the pioneers in to take the town. Use the Wehrmacht infantry to finish him off. And I have City Omar. City Omar. Alright. Next thing is to get across this desert. Make sure there's no other British units there. There's my favorite tank unit, my 30th Panzer 3H. Gonna upgrade him, or improve him. And I'm going to sweep everybody else across the desert now that that objective has been met. This is my Fallschirmjäger. I'm going to put him in the air here in a minute. Next turn, I'm going to put him in the air. Okay. My 88, I'm going to put him up behind my Stug. Italian infantry. My Wehrmacht infantry. My anti-aircraft gun. I'm going to swing down and just take this town of City Suleiman. Panzer 1. My other artillery. I'm going to take that Matilda out. That Matilda looks like it's almost like an isolated unit. So these guys are going to be more of a problem. This airbase here is protected. I'm going to need my best troops. So I'll get them in position. I don't know if there's anything behind here. Armored units, but I hope not. Alright, so I'm just going to stand pat on the Matilda and hope that he tries to attack that Stug or the Czech tank, 38T, and the 88 will counter battery fire him and damage him. Erwin is doing really well in this battle. Really, really well. Okay, end the turn. Oh, Matilda moves forward. They were clever. The Matilda moved forward to help reinforce the pass, Halifa Pass. The other Matilda just simply counterattacked the Panzer 3H, where it had little chance of being damaged and was not damaged. So that's fine. That's fair. Now I'm going to move my Sturmgeschütz. I keep calling it a Stug, it's a Sturmgeschütz. Alright, the 88 is in position. What do I do here? What do I do? Okay, I'm going to hit that Matilda. And then I'm going to hit him with my 88. I think he's pinned up against there. He's going to surrender. Yeah, he has no choice. Move my Panzer 38T up here to the top. Do I have another artillery piece? No, I don't. Alright. I'm going to move my Flam Panzer 2 up to attack the airfield outside of City Suleiman. I'm going to use my Pioneers to damage them, or at least finish them off, or at least damage them. Didn't work. Swing around from behind with my Panzer 4. And that should do it. I'm going to bring in my motorcycle recon to take the airfield. Okay, let's get spread out here. No, looks like that's the end of the British resistance. Gonna put my Fallschirmjäger. I can't put them in the air because they didn't have any. Didn't have any Ju-88s or didn't have any of the transports. What am I thinking? All right, my Panzer 3H, my best tank unit, did his job. My Panzer 3F, got to get the upgraded gun on that one because he's got experience now. That Panzer 3F has got a star of experience, so try to get him upgraded to the next level of equipment. If we can. Alright, now what remains is this particular Matilda, which I'm just going to reinforce that Panzer 3. I'm going to bring my Grenadiers in here. Ooh, Grenadiers can go after that Matilda and take them out. Wow, nice job. So then I'll move my Wehrmacht infantry in to take the pass and attack that anti-tank gun. I'm going to use this artillery to weaken that British infantry. I'm going to use my Italians infantry to advance forward. My cavalry. And I'm going to use my Fallschirmjägers. Fallschirmjägers don't march very far. They don't march as far as the regular troops. Alright, so what have I got here aerial-wise? I'm pretty much unchallenged in the air at this point. And I think I'll use my heavy strategic bombers to go after the last anti-aircraft unit. -7. I hit him hard. And I'll use my other DO-217, which is my best strategic bomber. I've got 2 of those. I'm a lucky guy. Nope. I'm going to hit this anti-tank gun. Take some anti-aircraft fire. Use any severely weakened that anti-tank gun. Okay. So the only thing left really to take is this New Zealand, British, Indian, Australian airfield. And I'm going to use my Stuka to hit that artillery piece. As the general said, what did the general say? The general said capturing both those outside towns, City Omar and City Suldani, said we could then rout the British. We have a chance to rout them entirely, and that's exactly what we're doing. And now I'm going to use my BF-110D in the bomber mode. Yeah, it's wide open. So once we break through this line here, it's a wide open run to that airfield. Okay, that's going to end this turn. Alright, first thing I want to do to really weaken these guys is I'm going to use my artillery to take out Can I move this Sturmgeschütz 3 Stug 3B? Yeah, I can. I can attack that anti-aircraft unit from there. I'll move my Italian infantry forward to attack the anti-tank gun. Use the cavalry to finish off the anti-tank gun. Use the artillery, take out the anti-aircraft gun, and then I'm going to hit them with my Wehrmacht infantry. And my aerial attack. Give him more experience, give my Stuka more experience. I'm going to hit him. Almost knocked him out. Panzer 3H will get him. And that's it. I don't even get to capture. Don't even get to capture the airfield. I get victory. Okay, so that was a very unsuccessful British counterattack against Erwin von Butcherstein. Operation Battleaxe is a complete failure for the British. And now I think we're in, I don't know, we have to look at the dates of the next attack, whether we move forward in Africa or whether we jump back to Kiev in Russia. I think we're going to be going to Kiev next because we have to encircle troops there. So that's it. A very successful battle for Erwin. And I'll see you back here next time on Panzer Corps 2 with Mike.